Hi everyone, Harrison Soup Campbell here. I am the Director of Marketing and Brand for ZeeMee. I've been with ZeeMee almost 3 years, but prior to that, I was on your side of the desk for about a decade. I'm a former Dean of Admissions, involved in marketing communications as well. And so thanks for dropping in today. I'm going to, over the next few minutes, just share three really cool, innovative things I'm seeing colleges and universities do right now today to engage their prospective students. So let's dive right in. We're going to take a look at peer-to-peer influence. We're going to take a look at live social events. And then this whole idea of lead generation and kind of where we're going now that we're entering this age of test optional. But before we get into those, did you know 98% of Gen Z own a smartphone? If you know this generation at all, you know their phone is attached to their hand 24/7. I have two teenage sons. You will never find them without that phone in their hand. So what are you doing to engage them right where they are through a mobile experience? I think that's really important to think about right now. 55% of Gen Z say that they are on their phone 5 hours or more per day. That's crazy. That's where they are. The apps that they use, they're just continuously engaged in that environment on their phones. And so on ZeeMee now, the average student is actively engaged in college communities on average 7 times per day. Just think about that. They're not going to your website and engaging 7 times per day. It's mobile is where they are, and it's the sense of community and wanting to connect with other students. It's so powerful. So let's talk about peer-to-peer influence. I hear this term mentioned a lot in higher ed, and usually when we're talking about it, it's in the context of we're going to leverage our current college students to engage prospective students. That's extremely important, very valuable, but the reality is a junior in college really isn't a peer with a high school senior. When I talk about peer-to-peer influence, I'm talking about the power of high school seniors influencing other high school seniors, high school juniors influencing other high school juniors. And here's a great example in this screenshot that you can see there with Ashley. I'll kind of slide over so you can see this a little bit better. To those of you who are trying to decide between Notre Dame and another school, this group chat is exactly why you should come to Notre Dame. It's really powerful. Another great example here from Elon. There's a lot of great quotes just right here on this screenshot. But the one from Kara is really powerful. I love what she has to say. I didn't care much about Elon before, but this group chat made it one of my top schools. And you think about all the ways that we reach out and try to engage prospective students. With all the emails that we send, with all, text messages, our websites, all the print materials, even college visits to campus. All of those are so valuable and important. But for Kara, it was just being able to connect with all of the other prospective students and engage with them is what's elevated this school to being one of her top choices. Oh no, not another webinar. Nothing against webinars. I don't want you to get me wrong. Webinars are here to stay. They are amazing. They are a great way to relay transactional information to a wide audience easily, efficiently. But let's be honest, a lot of us are kind of just zoomed out. We're fatigued with the webinars. And so is there another way to really engage prospective students in a much more fun, social aspect? And that's what we see happening on ZeeMee. So the cool thing about these live social events is no RSVPs are required because your whole audience is captive. They're already right there active in your ZeeMee community. Little to no planning required. And then the really cool thing is these events are run by your current college students. So it takes that bandwidth off of your staff. You already have so much on your plate. You don't need additional things when it comes to planning these events. And so some of the cool things happening on ZeeMee, speed friending. We actually invented speed friending. Escape rooms, name that tune, scavenger hunts, trivia nights, two truths and a lie. Pet friending is one of my absolute favorites. Emoji translation. These are just all of the fun, exciting events that are happening on ZeeMee. It's a great pattern interrupt. It makes you stand out. It's a break from just that norm of every other college and university just keeps inviting students to try to sign up, RSVP, and attend these webinar sessions. So something to keep in mind there. And then finally, going test optional, we know there's probably going to be issues moving forward with how do we generate leads at the top of the funnel if we may not be able to really rely on those sources from the College Board or ACT as as fewer schools are requiring that. ZeeMee is not a lead generation platform. We don't sell leads. That's just not what we do. However, it's a really, really huge untapped opportunity to engage leads and foster and kind of start to build relationships with those leads at the top of the funnel. And this is why there's just tons of students there, and they're already searching for you. They're looking for you. Of all of our college partners and universities on ZeeMee, in their community of those thousands of students, 28% are organic first source leads. These were students that the school didn't even know about, but they were on ZeeMee searching for them, wanting to connect. And then just some great stats about ZeeMee here, the popularity of it. We recently hit number 32 in the App Store for social networking. There's more than 45,000 apps alone in that category. 18.7 billion, yes, that's a B, billion friend matches have been returned. 18.6 million roommate matches. Last week alone, there was over 100,000 students active on ZeeMee, 14 million chat messages sent. It's just a great way to really engage students where they are, mobile first, building that sense of community with them right there in the palm of their hand. Again, thank you so much for attending and watching. I know this was super quick and I threw a lot out there really fast, but Harrison Soup Campbell, I've got my contact information up there. I would love to connect. And if you're curious to learn more about ZeeMee, just visit colleges.zeemee.com. Thanks again for attending.